South Florida gets smart, sassy, and sophisticated. We're all things fab in Miami. This is Miami Now. Hey guys, Michelle Madison here with Miami Now TV. And if you're like me, you like scary, thriller, and a little action. Well, if you enjoyed The Purge, they're back with Purge Anarchy. And we're gonna see, can you survive the night? Mwah. All right, Frank, so you're starring in the new installment, I should say, of The Purge Anarchy. How good are you with scary movies? Do you get scared easy?
I do get scared easy.
Oh.
I'm a scaredy cat.
I couldn't tell because in this movie, you're the guy that I want to be with. That scene when you're in the alley and you put that guy in a sleeper hold.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And
but I'm afraid.
I want to say Anthony Mackie, when I spoke to him about Captain America and you guys getting ready for your fight sequence, he told me you guys went in. Let's talk about that. How did you get prepared for this role?
Well, I had just come off of Cap, to not too far in the past there. So I was in shape and in fight mode, and that's kind of my thing. My hobby is to box and jiu-jitsu and stuff. So it's kind of in my wheelhouse. I have to admit.
Do you at home? Do you go with your boys?
I box every day. My 17-year-old son's been boxing for 4 years. He boxes with me, and I've been boxing for 30 years. And I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about 15 years. So it's my thing, you know, and it's fun to kind of put acting and what you do as a hobby together.
Merge it too.
Yeah.
Now, as a father, and your character, Leo, plays a father who's trying to avenge the death of his son.
Yeah.
How did you connect with that? I mean, the obvious, but when you got into character for that, what was your inspiration?
You know, I got this thing about ever thinking about my kids dying, and I don't do it. What I do is this. I imagine what it would be like if my kids ever had to get the news that I was dead. And it puts me in a very specific mindset, and that's what breaks me up personally, and that's kind of how I started the journey, imagining them having to deal with me not being around.
Now, your character Leo does something very interesting from the very beginning. Why that turning point when he sees the opportunity to help this family? Why do you think that he does that despite he spent 364 days waiting for this night to purge, but sees someone else who needs his help? Why do you think that he does what he does?
Because I think in real life, good people have a tendency to do bad things. It doesn't make them bad people. And I think this is a guy who's struggling, loss that is unimaginable, and he has an avenue to kind of help him with what he thinks his revenge should be. But you know, deep down, he's far more altruistic than that, and you know, the injustice of seeing innocent people die, which is, you know, the purge has been, it's too much for him, and he can't go past those people. He can't.
Now, if you had to purge, what would you do?
If I had to purge, I'd come to your house.
I'm scared.
No, no. If I had to purge, I don't know. I think I'd be on the other side. I think I'd be barricaded in my house and waiting for it to be over.
Now, I mean, this thriller really puts you in the mindset of, is this something that could actually happen? Have you thought, you know, just the whole conspiracy theory, the thriller of it all, have you thought maybe this is something that possibly could happen?
Well, I think, you know, it's funny because there are some political overtones that, you know, around the world this does happen. It's not organized and advertised the way the purge is, but we, you know, as citizens can watch the news at any night and see what goes on, the horrible genocide around the world that happens to people who are poor or, you know, are prejudiced against. And, you know, that's the thing, like, we need to make sure it doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah. Now, what other projects are you working on that we could be looking out for?
Right now, I'm in the middle of shooting a TV series for DirecTV, their first series, the cable network DirecTV, and it's a 10-episode. I did a movie called Warrior not too long ago, a few years actually now, but I'm a guy who owns an MMA gym, back into that world, and it's really very actually visceral and raw, and I have a family. You could imagine The Sopranos wasn't really about the mafia, and this is not really about you know, the mixed martial arts world. It's about the dynamic of this damaged family.
Now, before we go, tell people why should they go see The Purge Anarchy?
You should go see The Purge Anarchy because it's a couple of hours of absolute terror and excitement and intensity in a really good way.